Hello everybody, today we are in the beautiful city of Kennesaw. We're here in the downtown Kennesaw. There's a lot of great things happening. Today we want to talk about the pros and cons of living here in Kennesaw, Georgia.
Yeah, and we're right now in front of the United Bankshares Amphitheater, as you can see right behind me. And this is a big gathering place, especially on the weekends when they have live events, Kimberly.
It definitely is, Alan. So we're going to talk about what are the pros here of living in Kennesaw. Number one, I will have to say is definitely school system. School system is excellent all the way from elementary all the way to college. You find everything here in Kennesaw.
That's right. We actually have Kennesaw State University, one of the largest universities here in Georgia, located in the city of Kennesaw. And it does provide a higher education for the area, and they attract students from all over, Gamalier.
And definitely the city of Kennesaw competes with a lot of the top school systems around here.
Yep.
A lot of people, when they come in, they don't know that much about Kennesaw because it's a small city that's been growing in the last 10 years. A lot of people work in real estate. Obviously, we help a lot of people buy homes all through Metro Atlanta.
Yep.
A lot of people normally they come to Cobb, they ask for East Cobb because it's been established school system for a long time. But when they come and they get to experience the area of Kennesaw, not only they could get more affordable houses, but they get also competing school system, the best school systems in the whole Metro Atlanta area.
Yeah, you really can't beat the schools here.
Yes.
From McClure Middle, Harrison High School. I mean, they've got some great schools, and you know the graduation rate is really high here too.
Oh, definitely,
right?
definitely.
And a lot of students here go on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, so there's a lot in here for students, for education, for program, advanced programs. You can find it all when it comes to education. So let's move now to the number two here in Kennesaw.
All right, if you like the outdoors, we've got plenty of activities for recreation outdoors, right, Gamalier?
Definitely. You got one of the most famous places is Kennesaw Mountain. Obviously,
Oh, yeah.
a large mountain that has beautiful views. And the beautiful part about it is that they have actually a street that goes all the way up to the top of the mountain. You could actually walk, run all the way to the top of the mountain, and you have the views of downtown, the views of Buckhead. It's amazing views out there, located here in Kennesaw.
Yeah, and it's a national battlefield park, so it has a lot of history. Obviously, there was a Civil War battle that took place there, but there's a lot of greenery around. It's a real nice escape, right?
Yes.
If you go to Kennesaw Mountain, because you can be in a secluded spot and have the whole area to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
As you climb up the mountain, you have some spectacular views of downtown Atlanta and the surrounding area. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. In addition, that you have a park just like the one we are on today here with the amphitheater in downtown area. We have a lot of walkability areas. You also have parks all through Metro Kennesaw area here in different locations. So there's definitely a lot of parks to visit, a lot of trails, and it's amazing when it comes to outdoor here in the Kennesaw area.
The number three pro of living here in Kennesaw has to be the affordable housing and cost of living, Gamalier.
Definitely, Alan. When it comes to Kennesaw, we have a lot of different styles of living. Here you can find condos, townhouses, and homes. And when you talk about real estate in here, there's a lot of different choices. And one of the things special about Kennesaw is it's very affordable when you compare Kennesaw to other big cities like Woodstock, like Dunwoody, like East Cobb. So when you talk about all the different communities out through Metro Atlanta, you compare what those cities offer, then definitely it makes it very affordable here compared to all those big cities around Metro Atlanta.
Yeah, and the median price here in Kennesaw, just for you guys to know out there, is right around the low 400s. And that's the middle price. But we've noticed, Gamalier, home prices below 400 here. We're starting to see more homes in the 300s.
Definitely,
right?
Definitely. There, Kennesaw in the past 5 years, you have seen that, prices have gone up.
Yeah.
But obviously that's everywhere through Metro Atlanta and everywhere through United States. But what we can see here, we're starting to see a lot of different choices. And what it makes it special too, there's a lot of different type of styles here, whether you're a single woman or guy looking for, bar, restaurant, entertainment, you have it here in the city of Kennesaw. But also if you're looking for a family looking to move because looking for a better school system, restaurant, great style, a lot of things for the kids, you have it also here. And if you're a senior, somebody retirement, looking for a retirement place that is quiet, walkable places, restaurant, fun, a lot of grocery store, you have it here also in the city of Kennesaw.
Yeah, it's a city for all ages.
Definitely.
Family friendly, retirees, as Gamalier mentioned. So definitely a city you want to check out. All right, number four has to be the fact that it's family friendly, right?
Oh, that's a
You
big
know,
one. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they have a lot of activities here as well. We talked about some of that.
Hmm.
The Big Shanty Festival occurs here in downtown Kennesaw in April, so
Hmm.
that's one of the biggest events here.
And then also we're starting to see a lot of places with live music too, which
Yeah,
is a lot of fun. You also have museums here, like we're right now located in the Kennesaw downtown area,
yeah,
which is a location is very walkable. The
very walkable
restaurant,
around here. Yeah,
kids area, kids park, like we mentioned, different museums in the area. So you can spend a full day here in this area, visiting a lot of different things. And also, you have a lot of parks besides the downtown area, recreation center. You have a lot of recreation program, sports like basketball, track, cross country, a lot of different sports that
you won't be
happen.
bored.
Volleyball, definitely, yeah, definitely. And the kids also will have a lot of fun because there's also a lot of places to go for kids to have fun too here in the city of Kennesaw.
Yeah, you put it nicely together there.
Hmm.
All right, so number five, one of the things people consider when they move into a new town, low crime
That's
and
important.
safety.
That's very
And
important.
then Kennesaw ranks up there.
Yeah, Kennesaw is very safe. And everybody asks me because they go into the internet, do search, and they see that they're back. And sometimes, there was a rule where everybody, according to that was passed, that everybody will have to carry a gun at home. And people ask me, everybody
Yeah.
has guns in Kennesaw? No, that's not. This is not Texas. So the people are not going to be carrying guns. You don't see that much. And obviously, there's not that many. There's a lot of new people that came here from all around the United States, around the world too. So it's very diverse too. You find that it's becoming very diverse here in the city of Kennesaw. So that's another great thing here. But it's definitely very safe and it's very clean also.
Yeah, you see a lot of families. Just us standing here, we see a lot of families pushing strollers, walking dogs.
Yes.
So it's a good sense of community, and you definitely feel safe walking around town.
Yeah, definitely. It's very safe.
And that's a wrap on the pros. Kennesaw is a great city. We'll talk about the cons next.
Hey, now let's talk about the cons of Kennesaw. So number one, when it comes to cons, has to be.
The traffic and the commute. That's the biggest one that we hear
I
from
agree.
residents here in Kennesaw.
Yes. So when it comes to traffic, compare, obviously, this is not the traffic of Atlanta, but obviously
Yeah.
it's a little more traffic. And we see that because obviously this is a city that has been growing. And during the peak hours, you're going to see that. And also, obviously, during the main streets like Berry Parkway, you will see a lot of traffic there. But overall, compared to other cities, it's not as bad. But during those peak hours, we're starting to see that traffic. And as Kennesaw continue to grow,
Yeah.
then obviously that's something that's become a little bit of more in this area.
Yeah, you'll see the traffic, as Gamaliel mentioned, Barrett Parkway, Cobb Parkway. Those are the prime areas. And then the commute time, if you're traveling to downtown for work or you want to go for some entertainment, during the peak hours, it can take 45 to 60 minutes sometimes, depending if you're sitting in traffic for quite some time. So those are just some of the things to consider.
And one thing to consider, obviously, if you live close to the Freeway 75 or 575, then obviously it could be a little quicker. You could get downtown. Sometimes through the expressway, too, this expressway, you could get there within 30 to 35 minutes, depending. So there's some areas, pockets of Kennesaw that could get you closer to downtown quicker. Number two definitely has to be dependent on cars. There's
Yeah.
not that many buses here in Kennesaw that will take you around. There's a few, but on only certain areas. So definitely you need a car when you live in Kennesaw.
Yeah, especially if you want to do some shopping, going out to dining, you definitely need a vehicle here. I mean, you really can't
Yes.
avoid it. It's not like you can jump on the train or anything like that. However, if you live right here in downtown Kennesaw, like where we are standing, you do have some shops, some restaurants here that you can walk to if you live pretty close by.
Yeah,
So
and-
that's
and-
one advantage of living right here near downtown Kennesaw.
And one thing about downtown Kennesaw in particular is that we have a lot of condos, houses, and townhouses. So definitely there's every type of choices for you that you have walkability. And if you're working from home, that's even better because you have restaurants and everything walkable. You don't need a car on a daily basis.
All right, so the number three con, we'll stick with the real estate aspect here,
Mhm.
Gamaliel, and a few new construction options, right?
Yeah, I would
Compared
say
to
that.
some other areas around Metro Atlanta, especially if you're headed out towards Paulding County, for an example.
Yeah, compared to other areas like you mentioned, Paulding, Dallas, some of the cities around. Obviously, as Kennesaw has grown, obviously there's limitation of land, and we're starting to see when this happen, is that we start seeing people buying smaller homes and getting the lot and converting that lot into a bigger home. We're starting to see that. That was something that's been happening in other areas to Metro Atlanta, but we're starting to see that now in Kennesaw because there's not that much land available now, and that's the reason we're in limited when it comes to new construction around the area. You definitely you will find some. There's not limitation, or there's none, but compared to other areas, surrounding areas, there's a lot more options when it comes to new construction. But there's a lot of houses available for sale in newer
That's right.
homes that you could buy within condos, townhouses, and houses that they're newer. A lot of those options, especially with this market now.
Yeah, we do have some new construction areas here in Kennesaw, but it's very limited. But as Gamaliel mentioned, we do have a lot of resale homes here right now,
Yes.
especially in this market. All right, number 4 is directly behind us, Gamaliel. And I know you mentioned this quite often when we living here in Kennesaw,
Definitely.
and that's the train track, and you can see the depot right behind us there.
Yes.
That track can get a little busy at times.
Yeah.
We already noticed the train coming through, honking its horn, coming through town. So if you live right near the tracks, that could be looked at as a con, right? Maybe?
Yes, definitely, because it will definitely wake you up. And obviously, it does come across. They use it a lot, so it does come across, during the day a lot. So they had a lot of parts in Kennesaw that necessarily you're away from the track, but also if you want to live in a walkable area like the downtown area, there's still areas where you could buy where you're not going to hear that much of the train, but you have to take that in consideration. That's what we wanted to talk about it, because if you end up buying a house that backs into those tracks, you're going to definitely get awake first thing in the morning with a nice big sound of the train coming, and you're going to be surprised after you buy that home and say, oh, I didn't know about this. So yeah, keep that in mind. But obviously when you're working with a good realtor, they're going to let you know about those things that happen around the city or those cons, so you could buy something that makes sense for your family.
And you can look at it as a positive sometimes too. It adds a little charm to the downtown area of Kennesaw. All right, number 5. We would say the con might be limited diversity here in the Kennesaw area. However, it is relatively diverse, but when you compare it to, say, like downtown Atlanta or some of the
Yes.
surrounding areas, it may lack in some areas.
Yes.
But overall, we've seen a lot of growth here.
Yeah, definitely, Alan. When it comes to diversity, I mean, that's something important for my family when we came here. Uh, Kennesaw is the city where I live and also where we have our company too located. But we work all through Metro Atlanta. But one thing about diversity is that we have seen definitely in the past 5 years a big difference of people coming from all around the world, all around the United States. So it's becoming a lot more diverse in the past 5 years and 10 years, I would say, compared to what it was before. So that's something that is important for a lot of people, and that's why we wanted to talk about it. But we're starting to see that it's becoming a lot more diverse all through school system, all through the parks when we're walking and stuff like that. So that's definitely important. So I would say it's definitely going the right way also.
All right, so those are our 5 pros, 5 cons, and it was tough to come up with some of those cons, right?
Yeah, definitely.
We had to do some digging on that. The pros definitely outweigh the cons of living here in Kennesaw, and we love it.
Yes.
I take advantage of the events here that are held here yearly, and you've got concerts, festivals, great restaurants right here in downtown Kennesaw and also the surrounding area. So definitely take advantage of Kennesaw.
Yes, and one thing I want to say is also about Kennesaw. There's a lot of more projects coming into Kennesaw.
Yeah.
Just in this area alone, there's a lot of land that was clear where they're bringing more commercial, more restaurants, more houses. And obviously the University of Kennesaw is expanding, also continues to expand and continue to keep a lot of professionals that they love the Kennesaw so much, they actually make Kennesaw right after they graduate, they make Kennesaw home.
Yeah.
So it's very innovative city. And it's also a lot of good leadership as when it comes to the city, how the city is run,
Yeah.
how the taxes are run. Cobb County overall, it's low taxes compared to other counties all through Metro Atlanta. So this is definitely makes it a very great city for everybody to live.
All right, thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below. Let us know what are your pros and cons of Kennesaw. And we'll talk to you next time.
Yes, and again, if you're looking to invest, buy, sell, or invest in real estate, give us a call. We will be happy to help you out.
All right, take care.